Andy McDonald's Sports Report.
Hey guys, in Indiana, the movie Hoosiers is practically required curriculum at all schools. The 1986 film about a small town team named Hickory that overcomes long odds to win the state title passes the test of time. It's constantly ranked as one of the top sports movies ever. There's one Warsaw man that you might recognize from the iconic film because he might also be cleaning your teeth. When you grow up in Indiana.
Usually no one in an airport shouts out, "Hey, Dr. Hollar." They shout out, "Raid" or "Hickory."
Just talking about basketball makes you smile.
Okay, let's take a look.
That includes Steve Hollar, who technically has 2 state titles to his name and who has spent the last 24 years as a dentist in Warsaw.
I played at Warsaw. We won a state championship. I was the point guard on our state championship teams.
Here is Steve Hollar.
After high school, Hollar went on to DePauw University. He was already on the basketball team when he heard about this other tryout for a movie. The film was to be called Hoosiers.
Well, the casting call was if you're 6'2", 6'2" and under and can play basketball, come try out for the movie. Well, that was every boy in Indiana.
What do you mean? You're gonna have 5 out there.
After accepting the role of Raid Butcher, Hollar received a crash course on acting. His teacher, or rather his coach, was Gene Hackman. That was the hard part. The game still came easy to the 19-year-old.
Well, they were very focused on getting it right. And what I mean by getting it right is getting the basketball part of it right. So they liked, and they told me later that they liked that I had won a state championship in real life, so I could share with the other guys on the Hickory team what that felt like, what it was like in real life. So I think that added some appeal for me as a player on the team. And we got to pick our number, but here's the interesting part.
He can tell stories for hours, but those moments behind the scenes might outweigh the sporadic parts actually caught on camera.
We can't win unless we score. Keep your mouth shut.
Like Hollar, Raid was a fiery character and an impressive player, but that wasn't the only part that's mirrored in his memory.
I get asked, was winning a state championship in the movie the same as winning a state championship in real life? And I tell people, no, it wasn't even close, except for that final shot. When Jimmy made that final shot, to this day, I cannot separate in my mind to this day reality versus fake and being a movie. I mean, to me, when he made that final shot and those fans in Hinkle rushed down in the movie, it was so real.
Even as he only has a small framed montage of the iconic movie in his office, Hollar isn't shy about his place in Hoosiers history. To some people, he's still Raid, even after all these years, and even as their dentist.
Well, David Anspaugh, who's the director of the movie, came to me at the world premiere and he pulled me aside. He said, "Steve, your life will never be the same after tonight." And I have often thought about that, and to think of what he really meant and how true it was.
And like most movies, we also have some extras that you have to check out. They include Hollar myth-busting some Hoosier lore and his hilarious take on Jimmy Chitwood's final shot that you don't want to miss. Check those out on Wayne.com or on my Facebook page, Andy McDonald. We'll be right back.